Tank Media gumbo of just
in time for fall.
Unsafe treats, fact, and just wild speculation.
Let's get into it.
Welcome everyone, and we are back. For those who used to watch these were called Tank Talks back in the day. And my name was Brandon, and it is Brandon.
My name was Keith, and since then I've changed it, but I'm legally not allowed to tell you what it is now.
I really went into that at full speed, and as I did, I forgot that maybe I should have watched an old format. But then, I'll be honest, Keith, sometimes I forget that, on our YouTube there's 300 or so subscribers. But sometimes when I think about us doing these videos, I think it's like a reunion show of like House of Heroes. When we went and saw them play, there was like 1,000 people in there, like, yeah, you're back, we love this. Yeah. And in my mind, I think like, oh, well, when we drop this, there's going to be like a dozen comments like, oh, Keith used to intro, and Brandon used to. No. And I forget that's not going to happen.
Absolutely not. Your mom will comment and be like, man, I miss these. Which is fine. I haven't seen your mom in a long time, and I want her to know that I still love her.
So
dang it, I should have, when you said my name used to be Brendan, I should have said my name used to be Keith, but now it's Dad, because I had a child.
That's true. I did not have a kid.
Nope, not yet, but soon. I hear you're pregnant right now.
Yeah, we're going to call it Gurgle.
After this sound you make. Sorry, I'm derailing this. I forgot how to act.
Today what we're doing is we're doing an old favorite. We're doing a good old taste test. I reached out to Keith and I said, Keith, number 1, I miss you. Number 2, we used to have so much fun filming content. Number 3, I want to try these delicious treats, but I can't bring myself to spend money on them. And so here we are today.
Excellent.
So what we're going to do is we're going to taste test these treats. And I'm also going to give you some fall trivia and or maybe opinion pieces in between each one.
Excellent. In between each one.
So really we're just mixing, like, there's going to be just a Tank Media gumbo of just
in time for fall.
Unsafe treats, fact, and just wild speculation.
Let's get into it.
All right, Keith, we're going to start off with a Bobo's pumpkin spice oat bar.
Bobo's. Man, that looks like a well-known brand, and it definitely doesn't look like she's got a poop emoji around her neck.
I'm a big fan of Bobo's. They make the oatmeal, like the peanut butter and jelly oatmeal pies that you see.
I do not see those, but where do you see them normally?
Keith, you need to. They're at Walmart. They're at Target, maybe Target. I know at Walmart. That's usually where I buy them from.
Okay.
But when I was a kid, Little Debbie made them, and it was the best treat as a kid. So now as an adult, they've just made them higher quality. So I really suggest trying one. But these bars sometimes taste horrible. So we're gonna see.
I hope you washed your hands.
Oh, I did.
After you picked up that dead possum on the way here.
Those things are sanitary.
They are.
It's the possum venom
that keeps it clean. All right, this is Bobo's. Pretty good. Pretty firm. Pretty hearty.
I think
oat bar. Sorry.
I like that as soon as you bite into it, you can get the pumpkin spice flavor. Sometimes you gotta search for it.
It's not overpowering. I'm sorry about what I said about this lady's poop emoji. Maybe you can see it. I don't know if it'll focus or not. But yeah, that's actually pretty good. I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna have one more little nibble here.
The pumpkin spice, it greets you at the door and it says come in.
It does. It says come in, but whenever you get inside, there's not like pumpkins everywhere. There's not like a cinnamon sandbox. It's just...
You come in and you see the pumpkins outside grilling, and the oats are just playing with the dogs in the back.
Football is on. The temperature is still a reasonable heat.
our first fall fun fact, Keith.
Okay.
Fall is peak apple picking season. Apples harvested in the fall are used for everything from pies to cider. I don't know why it's having all this filler in here. But what struck me is, Keith, how many apples, different kind of apples, have you eaten in your lifetime?
Have I eaten? How many different variations? Yeah. I bet I've probably consumed 8.
8. What about just different apple products, like an apple pie, apple strudel? I just want to take a next step.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say apple products, like juices, drinks? What would you say that number is maybe?
Does a slice of apple pie count as one for all time, or does a slice of apple pie count every time I eat apple pie?
Just like that kind.
Okay. I'd say I've probably had 25 apple variations.
Do you know that there are 2,500 varieties of apples?
Wow.
I thought that was crazy, because I thought there was 7.
That has to be made up. What do you mean? What do you mean there's 2,500?
Varieties. You've got red, you got Granny Smith, you got, was it Tiberian or something?
Yeah, the Tiberius apple. I don't know. That seems made up to me. I'd like to see receipts on that. I'd like to see proof, but it's fine. I'm with you.
Also, since we filmed this, I've become a Celsius guy.
Yeah. A lot of dudes are Celsius guys at work.
Was rowdy for a while, but then they went out of business. There was claims of mercury in the mixture. I personally never tasted mercury. I think it's just, those people in California getting upset about, there might be some mercury in here.
I will admit that my vision is a lot clearer and my pee is a lot less red since stopped drinking the rowdy, but ooh, those look good.
We're going with a personal favorite, Little Bites.
Nothing wrong with those. I can already tell you that. Those will be just fine.
Might have eaten a pack of these on the way home.
So this will not be... Are we going to really need to open 2 packs? You don't want to just pop one out of...
Yeah, you know what? I guess we're not really feasting right now. Yeah, this is more of just snacking.
Yeah, I don't think I've earned a Valhalla-esque feast of pumpkin spice. I don't remember. It's been a long time since we took out the Pumpkin King.
I remember thinking the people with these little muffins were so cool in school, but people who had regular muffins weren't cool.
It's like a regular size.
I felt like if my parents sent me to school, it would have been a regular muffin, and I would have been like, what am I going to do with this thing? But then someone who was like, hey, my parents went and bought me a pack of 4 miniature ones. Yeah. I'd be like, oh man, that guy. Cool. Those are the kids that had lead pencils in school.
Yeah, cool rich kid. I gotta admit to you, Brennan, that tastes a little chemically.
Mm-hmm. You say you put it behind the Bobos?
Way behind the Bobos.
You should try to sniff inside that bag. Try licking inside the bag.
No, it smells like pumpkin spice balloons.
I don't know what it is with the regular ones, but I feel like there's I don't know if it's some kind of chemical they're putting in the bag, maybe an ant killer, or a weed controller.
Thank you for telling me. First.
There's just if you start sniffing that bag, it's just weird.
I'm with you. There's something a little chemically about that, but also I tasted a lot of citrus inside that pumpkin spice muffin, and I think that's the wrong season.
I think so. We're moving on to our second fall fact.
Okay.
Fall fact number 2. Using 2022 data, Nielsen reported that Americans spend about $500 million on pumpkin spice products annually, and Starbucks alone sells 20 million pumpkin spice lattes each year.
That I believe. I definitely believe all that. 20 million sounds low to me for Starbucks.
Yeah.
I've already had one.
You have?
I might have had 2. I don't know.
I think I've had 3 so far. I think that when the first day they come out, I want them, but then I feel like I need to space them out.
Got to.
Because I feel like you just can't live a life where every day you're drinking a pumpkin spice latte.
There are people who do, but that is no life. That's not a way to live.
Next, we got Tate's Bake Shop, a pumpkin spice cookie.
I saw those in Walmart last weekend. I tried my best to avoid Walmart like the plague because I can't remember the last time I went in. Bryce and I, my brother, were going camping. We were stopping to get some groceries. Walmart was right there off the interstate, so we went in there. I kid you not, the first thing I see when I walk in, dude wearing no shirt. just stinking the place up.
Walmart.
He just has no shirt on, and he's getting the place all stinky. And anyway, I saw those at Walmart, and I was like, these would probably be good to take on the trip. But then I thought, I don't want to poop outside a whole lot, and there's just no telling.
You know what I don't like about these is that it's not a soft cookie.
I love a soft cookie.
I feel like the more money I spend, the softer it needs to be.
If this tastes like a ginger snap, if it's got that kind of feel, I'm in. But I agree, a good soft cookie. But it's hard to put a soft cookie in a bag.
There's a little bake shop, so it seems like they just put a little drywall in this batch.
Oh yeah. Wait. Oh yeah. I don't see what. There's no white stuff in mine. Mine has a hole.
If you know anything about drywall, you'll know that used to be a pretty big joke in college. A certain gentleman in drywall.
I forgot who was eating drywall. That's tasty. I like that. Softer than you'd think.
It is. I thought it was going to be very chippy.
I can't remember who we laughed about eating drywall. It's eating, right? He ate drywall, but he didn't actually.
If I said it to you, you'd give it away right now.
No, you can save it.
You never know who's viewing these videos.
Well, I don't want to be seen being mean. That was a different person. I've had a kid since then. I haven't made fun of anybody since. Gosh, I can't tell when. Yesterday, this morning. I really like that. If you said, I'm going to leave these with you, I wouldn't be mad at you. Also, this is my house. Look, got a Mario thing.
Alright, Keith, we're moving towards
I'm starting to feel sick.
fall party cakes.
Woo!
I'm going to be honest with you, Keith. I almost stopped by and got a different pack because there's these ones I saw, and they just made me mad when I saw them.
Really?
And I selfishly was like, I'm not going to buy those. And it's the jack-o'-lantern looking things with some kind of like ooze in them, like some kind of jelly or pumpkin paste or whatever.
Okay.
They just made me mad when I saw them, and I didn't want to buy them.
I'd love to know why they made you mad.
I think it's just because I'm like, stop. Like this, that's not going to be good.
Oh, gotcha. You're overdoing it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't throw in.
Oh yeah, we need
another one. The world's largest corn maze is in Richardson Adventure Farm in Spring Grove, Illinois. It is 20 acres and 10 miles of trails.
Wow.
But someone also said that the largest one is in Canada, because this guy wanted to bring fame to his small town.
They can grow corn in Canada?
I guess
I
they
thought
can.
That's something you can't do over the border.
Times have changed, Keith.
Okay. All right. Respect.
This isn't your parents' North America.
10 miles of roads through your corn maze. I wonder how many kids die each year. Just getting lost.
I feel like you gotta have people in there, like ringing bells. Like there's multiple helicopter pads in there.
Oh, little Billy got lost again. Send in the chopper.
Keith, how do you feel about like Little Debbie? Like as a kid, what was your was it like a 10 out of 10 as a kid, but now it's dropped down?
There's only one Little Debbie that I ever enjoyed. And that's the Cosmic Brownie, which I think is a Little Debbie item. Hey, I went to a school where they sold full-size pickles as a snack, so I wasn't exactly didn't exactly have an elevated palate. But I just was never really enticed by the Little Debbie, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Look at that. They can't keep the plastic clean. When you look at this, you're like, oh, this is a fun little snack. But this is like, when you look at this, you think, I'm doing something wrong to myself. But believe it or not, this is one of those things where kind of like a Pop-Tart, you would think a serving size would just be one. It's two.
Yeah.
Let's have a bite. You taste any pumpkin?
No.
Nope, me either.
I feel like it doesn't claim to have pumpkin.
You're right.
It has pumpkins on it.
I was just about to say.
Honestly, this is just like a zebra cake, and they were just like,
I think it is.
just gonna put pumpkins on here.
That was misleading. If we had a rating system, you'd score a low, Little Debbie. You'd score a low. Here, let me grab that thing that you were gnawing on. See, like,
All right, Keith. Next one. It's kind of a debate topic.
Okay.
Some of the people at the church I work at, we started debating. They were like, "Are you team like apple or team pumpkin?" And I gotta ask you, like, I want you to just give me your answer off the top of your head, but then just let's discuss it for a second.
Team apple, team pumpkin.
Yeah.
For all the marbles, I think I'm team apple.
Really?
Apple juice. There's nothing you can't in the pumpkin world. You can't get nothing refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
There is not a refreshing beverage in the pumpkin lineup.
Stewed pumpkin.
But no way. That's apples though. Apple cider, delicious in the cool. Apple juice, delicious in the hot. Refreshing apple juice. Apple pie, America's pastime.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right. But it is good, delectable, indulgent. An all year round type of thing, if you ask me.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, just like I think if I'm picking the team that's going to still stay standing whenever the blood and the dust settles, it's Team Apple.
You know, at first I wanted to go Team Pumpkin because I'm thinking, oh man, I feel like pumpkin spice latte, like the best pumpkin spice latte, I feel like beats the best apple thing.
Mm.
But then I started thinking, like, with that said, I've had pumpkin spice lattes that were not good.
True.
So I think it's a beverage that you can mess up easily.
It is.
I think same with pumpkin pie. I think you can mess that up pretty easily. Like if there's not whipped cream with it.
I've had it messed up.
Yeah.
I'm in the moment where it was messed up right now.
Who messed it up?
Well, it wasn't messed up. It was just Thanksgiving. My father-in-law was making a pumpkin pie. He's a little late making it, so after dinner, it's served. Thing's still warm. Nobody's eating warm pumpkin pies. Gotta let that set. So I did not enjoy it.
I didn't think about having to make it set.
Let it set.
But with apple, I think like I feel like even an average apple juice is good. An average apple cider is good.
Mm-hmm. iPhone.
Yeah, well, there you go. So yeah, I feel like I would be team apple. I feel like you choose your team, but then the more you think about it, I feel like you start swaying.
Yeah, it's the only way to go.
Our final thing is probably the worst thing I could find.
Oh,
It's cinnamon churro marshmallows.
I mean, I'm not unenticed. It probably looks like to me. It looks like the thing that'll hurt me the least out of these.
Oh, I've been down this path before, Keith. You know how they get you?
How is that?
You look at these things and you forget the marshmallow part. You get so stuck in the cinnamon churro, and I feel like these things aren't going to be good at all.
Well, let's find out. This was like a snack they'd eat on Pokemon or something.
Churros or marshmallows?
Just the look of them.
I've never seen someone eat something on Pokemon, but also I've never watched an episode of Pokemon. So maybe that lines up.
Never?
No, we played Pokemon Go.
Yeah. We played Yeah, we did. That's your only Pokemon's experience?
Yeah, that's my only experience. I remember being like, oh, I like this one because it kind of looks like my dog.
That's a bad reason to like Pokemon. But after all, there's no real good reason to like Pokemon. That's not true. Sorry. They didn't want us to get into them. That might be a bad sign.
People at Hammond's.
Yeah. I gotta admit, I'm expecting maybe a bread type thing, but this definitely is a marshmallow. So this is a peep.
I thought it was not peep.
Tastes like a barbecue peep.
Somewhere Zach just looked up. So it's like, what?
I think on some of these, they mixed up their cinnamon powder and their chili powder because this tastes decidedly southwestern, but not because it's a churro.
These ones could kill you. Like you can choke on them so easily because you don't expect it to be marshmallow.
Yeah, you just go and try to swallow that thing whole.
I probably would, and I would die.
Do you detect what I'm detecting, or am I sick?
You probably are sick because I'm just getting a lot of cinnamon.
Yeah, those aren't very good.
As you said that, though, something got stuck in my throat. That might be the thumbnail.
I feel like you could have told me that was a cinnamon churro, marshmallow, or a dessert refried bean cube, and I would have believed you either way.
Here's the last fall fact, but it's not really a fact. It's more of an opinion, Keith.
Okay.
I think there's an age where like a switch flips. I was about to say there's a flip that switches.
I've said that.
Maybe the same thing. And you just start. You're like, oh, I'm an adult now.
Yep.
And when I realized that was when I walked into Target, and I saw that in September there was already Christmas stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And this is pre-September 11th of this year.
Y'all can't even.
There's Christmas stuff out.
Y'all can't even let 9/11 go by.
Like, it's crazy to think that at one time it was, it's happening before Thanksgiving. Then it's happening pre-October, like Halloween. But then I started thinking, like, that's another, like, holiday / memorial. When does it stop? Like, what's the next one?
That's our
Is
first
it back
video
to school?
we ever did. If you
4th
remember.
of July?
Do you remember that? Like our first video we ever
Christmas
did.
comes early?
Yeah, where we just had Christmas coming earlier and earlier until like it was the day of, I think, or I don't remember how we got that, but what strikes me is that you're realizing your adulthood at 31. That's what
32.
32, right? Yeah, you turned 32 in August. I'll be 31 in October.
Next year on my birthday, I'm gonna wake up to hearing jingle bells.
Yeah, I agree. It does make you feel like an old man. So many things make me feel old, but especially, just you see the Christmas stuff. We were at an event yesterday in the great city of Orangeburg, and we were at the gardens where they have the Festival of Lights. There's already a gingerbread house up. They're preparing for it.
How do you feel as both an American and a father?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that you are going to traverse? Like, there's so many things that your child is going to have to deal with in this world.
Of course.
But increasingly, it's becoming the temptation of celebrating Christmas early. Mm-hmm. So now when your kid comes to you, you're going to have to be like, there's going to be so many conversations you have about, like, the dangers of this or that. Yeah. How do you think you're going to deal with this new danger?
You're saying, am I worried that it'll be July 4th and they'll be like, Lily, the fireworks are not even over. No, you're not opening a Christmas present early.
You're going to see her walking around with a roll of wrapping paper in May, and you're going to think, I guess I gotta go.
No, I really don't know. There's so many things that we've done with her that we just don't know until we get there. I think we'll do Santa Claus, but we're gonna keep Christmas on the back end of Thanksgiving through the end of December. Really, clean up your toys by December 3rd. By January 1.
December 3rd, clean up your toys.
No, by January 1, it's not Christmas anymore. It's just not. December is Christmas. That's fine with me.
Okay,
but I think after Thanksgiving you start to get up to speed.
Yeah.
I like to be up to speed on December 1, but I like to be pressing my foot on the brakes at December 31.
My mom used to have a rule that, I think she still holds to this, there's no Christmas music until you have, like, on Thanksgiving Day, after, like, your first meal. So if you're eating lunch, you can then listen to Christmas music after that meal.
Okay.
And I think as I've gotten older, it's funny how many things I don't feel like fighting the battle of, but that's becoming the hill that my kids are going to be like, hey, be careful, my dad's he's a little weird.
Yeah. You gotta have something. You gotta have a weird...
They're gonna walk in wearing like a red shirt and I'll be like, you're not bringing Santa in this house, are you? You know it's August.
Your children, leave, come back next week.
I'm gonna be at first it's the gingerbread in November, then you're wearing red in October.
You won't be the first kid I shot over this, and you won't be the last.
What a dark path that would go down for that to happen.
True. But, hey, it's 2024, and the world is bad.
We're celebrating Christmas in September.
Christmas in September, and honestly, there's like 8 things I could have said after that I think are horrible about the current state of the world. But it's not horrible getting to hang out with my boy here and eat pumpkin spice.
First, I know who you're
feel a little bit sick. My boy, Kramer. I have a shrine to Kramer from Seinfeld in my office, but anyway.
But yeah, it was awesome getting to sit down with you. I hope the people watching this, I'll be honest, if this gets 5 million views, we'll make another one next week. Yeah.
We're back. If this gets 5,000 views, we're back. No, that's not true. I don't know if I can pull it off. But maybe, we'll see.
Isn't it funny how back in the day 5,000 views did matter that much, but now if this thing did hit 5,000, I'd be like, okay, so we're with inflation, 5,000 2024 views is really like 100 2014 views. But
we're still out here trying to be creative boys, I guess, but we're old men now.
But, well, thanks so much for joining us. Let us know what your favorite fall treats are as Keith finger guns. He's reloaded. And, yeah, thank you.
Bye!